Hey guys, how's it going? Gina here again. I am 2 weeks out now for my WBFF LA amateur debut. I'm so excited. I'm also very hungry and I have very little energy. But I'm still here. I want to let you guys know how it's going, and I've got a cool topic for tonight. So, my topic this time is whether or not you should get a coach. Now, I want to preface this video to let you guys know that this is my first time competing, so this is only my personal experience. And there might be other people out there who have different opinions. And if you're a more experienced competitor, or you've got a very detailed background in kinesiology or competing or something like that, you might think otherwise. So just take that and my advice with a grain of salt. It's free. It is what it is. So like I said, we're going to talk about whether or not I think you should get a coach. So personally, as a first-time competitor, I absolutely think a coach is completely necessary, and for several reasons, which we'll get into. So first things first, generally you're going to pay a coach, and sometimes that financial accountability keeps people accountable, which means they're going to stay on plan, they're going to make sure that they get their workouts in, and they're going to get their money's worth, essentially. Also, sometimes having that coach there keeps you accountable in a way that says, okay, I don't want to screw up because I don't want to I don't want to upset them. I want to make them proud, essentially. I want to make them happy that I was able to represent them in such a good way. So something I've noticed in my experience with having coaches is that you get a team that goes with it. Having the team has been amazing. I've got some fantastic support, and I've met some great people even as I've flip-flopped through teams. And these people have been by my side through my entire prep. They've understood everything. They were totally understanding when I woke up this morning and was angry at the world for absolutely no reason. But these men and women get the competing lifestyle. That being said, these same team members generally tend to have a little bit of experience. They've competed before, and so they walk with you. And when they walk with you and you've got like 3,000 questions like I have that I've asked my team members, I found it to be super helpful because some of these things I would have never learned on my own. I would have never even known that you need a bikini glued to glue your bikini in place, to get on stage. You probably don't need it. I don't know, but highly recommended. Again, these are small things I would have never known if I had done this by myself. And then there's being alone on the day of the show. So maybe you don't have any family where you live, and maybe you usually do your shows individually and you don't have a significant other. So you've got your team there. And maybe you've got your coach there as well. But if not, the coach is definitely there in spirit cheering you on. Because this coach has gone 12, 16 weeks with you, and they're not going to leave you alone. You might be physically alone, but you've got a huge support system and like beams just totally holding you up on the day of the show, because that is one of the hardest days to get through. But you've got all these people there cheering you on and supporting you, and it's just such an amazing feeling. So the two typical kinds of coaches that I've experienced are your typical in-person trainer at the gym, or somebody who maybe meets you somewhere to do a workout, or you go to their facility to do a workout. You've also got online, someone who sends you plans. They send you a workout plan, they send you a food plan, and you are held accountable to complete those on your own. And then sometimes you've got kind of an in-between where people, maybe they live a little bit of a distance from their coach, or they don't need their coach every day. So they do most of it on their own, but then they check in once a week or bi-weekly or monthly or whatever they set up with their coach. Personally, I prefer online. I can keep myself accountable, and I can wake up and do my workouts, and I can eat on plan with very little problems. And I really don't like having to set up that schedule to meet with someone, and then someone has to cancel and something comes up and work gets in the way or familial issues get in the way, and it's just too much stress there. And you're paying too much money to have to deal with those kinds of things. You don't want to have to deal with canceling and things like that. So personally, I prefer online coaching, but it's not for everyone. So again, my recommendations are mostly for newer competitors. I know coaches who have coaches, WBFF pros, NPC pros, IFBB pros that have coaches. So even if you are experienced and you're watching this, it's definitely not beyond you to have a coach. It's definitely highly recommended by a lot of people in the industry. Most people that I've heard from don't typically coach themselves. It's a lot harder, and frankly, I've got a lot of other stuff going on in my life that I really don't want to be worrying about my own workouts and my own macros and all that stuff. So to end this video, just a huge shout out to all the coaches out there who do all this wonderful work for us and get us through these 12 to 16 weeks, because as I come down to the wire, I'm realizing how hard we are and how difficult we are. I know my coach has been a trooper. I've asked her a million questions, and she is just obliged to all my questions. She has answered all my questions and never made me feel like a jerk for asking all of them. So just one final thing, I have let you guys know that I've been practicing my posing every week. I've been walking around in my apartment in my heels. No complaints from my downstairs neighbor, but real quick, I want to let you guys know that I'm still doing it. So there they are, 5-inch heels. We're practicing, baby. Woo, woo. So thanks again for joining me. Next week is peak week, so make sure you tune in for my last, well, it won't be my last episode, but it'll be my last episode of this this particular prep. I'll let you guys know how it's going. If you have any suggestions, please check out the social media content below. If you email me, I always respond, so you'll definitely get a response from me. And if you have any suggestions on things you want to hear, just let me know. I'll see you guys later. Bye.